Hey friends, happy Sunday to you. Hope you're having a great one today. I've been watching the NFL playoffs, the wild card, or what they're calling the super wild card weekend this weekend, and I noticed something. There was one interview with one of the coaches, and everybody seemed to be betting against his team. And he didn't seem like he really could believe that his team was going to win. Now, the game is still going on. I'm not sure if they're going to win, but the question becomes, do you believe in yourself? And the answer is you really need to. You need to believe in whatever it is you're doing, whether that's a belief in you're going to get a job, belief in that you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, belief in you're going to achieve whatever goal it is you have set for yourself. It goes back to season 1 of Ted Lasso. Believe. Because as long as you believe, you might inspire others to believe in that same dream, that same goal. So that's part 1 of what I wanted to share today is believe in yourself. Whatever it is you're doing, keep at it. Now today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the emotional cycle of change. It is put together by Kelley and Daryl Connor, and it is not necessarily a story structure. We're going to talk about the 4 story structures I mentioned a little later on in this week, but it is an upside down bell curve, if you can imagine that, and it helps me whenever I'm taking on a challenge, whenever I'm going through a change, to kind of understand where I am in that process and know that life has a way of balancing out. Now, on the furthest left side of that upside down bell curve is something called uninformed optimism. That's when you get the project, when you've been paid what you're worth, when you start at the beginning, you're super excited about this new thing that you're taking on. You're not quite sure the details, but you know it's going to be big and it's going to be very exciting. Then you get into something called informed pessimism. That's when you get that sinking feeling in your gut like, oh crap, I've just bitten off more than I can chew. Can I really do this? Can I really make it through this challenge that I've taken on or this project that I'm doing? And that is when you need to really start believing in yourself. Because what's next is something called the valley of despair. And that's at the bottom, when you start to get into the details of everything and you are in the weeds. You do not know which way is up. So the more you can believe in yourself, the more you're going to be able to power through. Because life, again, as I said, life has a way of balancing out. And sooner or later, there will be an upswing. And you will have informed optimism. You will begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel, begin to see that you can do this thing that you've set out to do. And at the end of that bell curve is success. It is change. It is achieving that goal that you set out to achieve. So again, believe in yourself, know where you are in this upside down bell curve, and it will help you make it through. Have a fantastic Sunday, my friends, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.